There's currently no love lost between Brooklyn Beckham, 26, and his parents, David and Victoria Beckham. A source close to the Peltz family tells People. Just days after Brooklyn posted a cryptic message on Instagram stating that he'd always choose his wife. The source says tensions between the couple finally came to a head after Victoria, 51, allegedly hijacked the first dance at Brooklyn's 2022 Palm Beach wedding to actress Nicola Peltz, 30, even though the couple had been planning on dancing to the song together. Marc Anthony, who is a friend of the Beckhams, offered to perform as a gift at the wedding, the source explains. Before the song began, Marc Anthony asked Brooklyn to come to the stage, and then announced, "The most beautiful woman in the room tonight, come on up, Victoria Beckham." The source claims that the new bride allegedly felt that Victoria ruined her wedding and couldn't understand why. Reps for Victoria and David Beckham and Anthony did not return People's request for comment. A second insider adds that the entire room was so shocked that Anthony called Victoria's name over Nicola's that a complete silence followed. It was such a jaw-dropping moment that it left the whole room in absolute shock. You could hear a pin drop, the second source adds. Guests were allegedly even more surprised when Victoria began slow dancing with her son. It wasn't appropriate, the source says of the moment, adding that everyone then saw Nicola run from the room crying. Nicola felt like Victoria did this on purpose, when she knew it was a pre-planned romantic dance meant for Brooklyn and Nicola. What she couldn't understand was why. Another insider familiar with the matter says the dance debacle has been part of a pattern of an ongoing rift, claiming that Brooklyn and Nicola have been trying their best to remain on friendly terms with the duo. They've tried to make peace, but every time they finally have a happy moment, it all falls apart again, the insider says. The insider adds, Brooklyn feels torn. It's his family and blood, but he's always had a complicated relationship with his dad. A lot of their relationship has felt like business. Brooklyn and Nicola, who live in Los Angeles, were absent from David's early 50th birthday celebrations in March, but a source told People that they were invited despite tensions between Brooklyn and Nicola and the family. The relationship is definitely not beyond repair, an insider told People in early May. They love and are always there for Brooklyn. They're just hurt and disappointed that he's now playing no part in family life. Peltz and Beckham have reportedly found support from Peltz's family. In 2024, the Bates Motel actress, who grew up in New York and Florida, talked to Birdie about how close she was to her mom and dad and 7 siblings. "Family is everything to me, and I mean that with my whole heart," she told the outlet. "I go to Florida any chance I get, and we stay at my parents' house. It honestly makes me so happy to wake up and have my siblings around. It's really hard to get us all in the same place because there are so many of us. When we're all together, it's so fun." Male escort testifying in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking trial in New York has delivered a graphic account of how he was regularly paid thousands of dollars by the rap superstar to have sex with his then-girlfriend. Daniel Phillip, 41, took to the stand for an hour yesterday afternoon to allege how Combs paid him up to $6,000 each time to take part in orchestrated sexual relations with R&B singer Cassandra Cassie Ventura. Diddy would often direct their encounters, forcing them to engage in awkward role play, before giving Mr. Phillip specific instructions on when and where to orgasm, the male escort alleged. He said Combs routinely instructed him to massage baby oil all over Cassie and have sex with her while the rapper performed a sex act on a chair in the corner. On one occasion, Combs allegedly instructed Mr. Phillip to orgasm inside Cassie, with Mr. Phillip mentioning that the pair rarely used condoms. The escort said he pretended to orgasm and was subsequently asked repeatedly by Combs whether he was sure he had done so inside her. He also claimed to have witnessed Combs physically abuse Cassie on multiple occasions and added that the music mogul once gave him MDMA, according to a court report by Variety. Mr. Phillip's testimony came after the court heard how Combs, 55, forced women to take part in drug-fueled sex parties which went on for days while he filmed them. For decades, the music mogul ran a criminal enterprise built around trafficking victims. With his inner circle, helping to cover up his offenses, prosecutors told the opening of his trial in New York. He once stamped on a girlfriend's head, dangled one woman from a balcony, and allegedly tried to set fire to another man's car, it was claimed. The musician and businessman viciously attacked women who resisted taking part in the sex parties, known as freak-offs, or otherwise upset him, jurors were told. In a bombshell admission, Combs's lawyers told the court he had beaten up some of his girlfriends. but insisted he was not guilty of sex trafficking. They admitted he was kinky and that his conduct had been horrible, dehumanizing, and violent, but claimed it was all driven by jealousy and too many drugs. Marc Philippe was the second witness to give evidence. He described in graphic detail how he would take part in freak-off parties with Cassie and Diddy that could last for up to 10 hours. He claimed he first met Combs and Ms. Ventura in 2012 when he was asked to perform a striptease at a bachelorette party in Manhattan's Gramercy Park Hotel. Mr. Phillips said he expected to meet a group of women and was instead greeted by Cassie, who asked him to have sex with her. Combs is said to have been sitting in the corner with his face concealed by a bandana, but Mr. Phillips said he recognized the rapper's voice. Cassie is said to have told Mr. Phillips that Combs was not gay and assured the male escort he would not be touched by the rapper. That encounter was allegedly the first of many that took place over the subsequent 2 years until early 2014, in which Mr. Phillips said he was routinely asked to engage in sexual relations with Ms. Ventura as Diddy watched on, both one-on-one and as part of the rapper's freak-off parties. The escort said Combs on multiple occasions videotaped him having sex with Cassie on a cell phone and a camcorder. He also gave graphic descriptions of the sex acts he was asked to perform. He claimed Ms. Ventura once asked him to urinate on her, and added that the rapper once directed the pair of them through a role-playing game. "We were not very good at that at all," he said. On occasion, Combs would switch places with Philip to engage in sexual intercourse with Ms. Ventura, the court heard. Mr. Philip recalled another occasion when Combs had called Ms. Ventura from another room. But when she told him to wait a second, Combs came out, and Mr. Phillips says he saw a liquor bottle fly past her. Diddy was alleged to have hit Cassie before grabbing her by the hair and dragging her out of the room. Mr. Phillips said, "She was screaming, and he pulled her into the bedroom. I could hear what sounded like him slapping her. She was screaming, 'I'm sorry, I'm sorry.'" Mr. Phillip added Combs said to Ms. Ventura, "Be asterisk 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 asterisk. When I tell you to come, you come now. Not later." The escort alleged that in one incident at the Jumeirah Essex House Hotel in New York, he heard slapping and screaming sounds coming from a closed bedroom. Cassie later exited crying and sought comfort from Mr. Phillip, kissing and hugging him without instruction, which the escort said she had never done before. He claimed to have asked her why she was staying in the abusive relationship with Combs, only for her to say she was okay. Mr. Phillip went on to allege that Combs later came back into the room to watch them have sex. Mr. Phillip also told the court that he felt he was threatened by Diddy. Though Diddy never struck him, Mr. Phillip said the rapper once took a photograph of his driver's license and told him it was just for insurance, just in case. "I understood it to be he was threatening me," Mr. Phillip told the court, much to the chagrin of Diddy's lawyers. The escort added he was offered MDMA, also known as ecstasy or Molly, by Combs, but was not forced to take it. Combs was once worth nearly $1 billion and had a string of hits on his Bad Boy Records label in the 1990s, including his 1997 chart topper with singer Faith Evans, "I'll Be Missing You." But in September last year, he was arrested, months after Cassie sued him for sexual assault in a civil case. Combs's downfall was hastened by the release of a devastating video of him beating Ms. Ventura in the corridor of a hotel in Los Angeles in 2016. The video, which was first broadcast by CNN last May, was played in full to the trial, and Ms. Ventura, 38, who is heavily pregnant, is expected to testify. Combs denies racketeering conspiracy, 2 charges of sex trafficking, and 2 charges of transportation to engage in prostitution. He faces life in jail if convicted. Prosecutor Emily Johnson said the trial would hear testimony from victims who will tell you about some of the most painful experiences of their lives. The days they spent in hotel rooms, high on drugs, dressed in costumes to perform the defendant's sexual fantasies. Opening the case, she told Manhattan Federal Court, "This is Sean Combs. To the public, he was Puff Daddy or Diddy, a cultural icon, a businessman, larger than life. But there was another side to him, a side that ran a criminal enterprise. During this trial, you are going to hear about 20 years of the defendant's crimes. But he didn't do it alone. He had an inner circle of bodyguards and high-ranking employees who helped him commit crimes and helped him cover them up. Kidnapping, arson, drugs, sex crimes, bribery, and obstruction. These are just some of the crimes the defendant and his inner circle committed again and again. You're going to hear about all of them during this trial." Prosecutors described a horrific claim made by Ms. Ventura, who said she was left feeling like she was choking, when Combs allegedly made an escort urinate in her mouth during a freak-off. Ms. Johnson also told the court about an incident where the rapper was on the hunt for Ms. Ventura because she was seeing another man.